Ta-da! Once again, back, the incredible. I haven't said that in a long time. Welcome to another edition of the award-winning What's on Your Mind.
Let's talk it out.
With Olive involved.
There's never a doubt. Yeah, we got compliments, and I had quite a few. Shout out to Miss Julia Golda and a few other people who sent me direct messages about the jingle and how much they loved it. Oh my goodness, it's so nice, so jazzy, so jivey. I said, oh, thank you.
It is jazzy. It is jivey.
It is. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Good morning, good morgen, guten tag, good afternoon,
good evening, and good night.
Bonjour, bonsoir, ça va, shalom, que pasa, how are you all? Baoni kedu, ekaro, ekason, ekurole, sanundaiki, how are you all doing?
Aiki de Gudia.
Good. How are you all doing?
Fabulous.
Welcome to What's on Your Mind, another morning where we hope you are tuned in. What's that thing? Locked in?
Locked and loaded.
Loaded. How are you all? How have you all been? Hope you've been good and enjoying the mini heat wave we've been having. If you're not joining us, if you're not in the United Kingdom, thank God for us. We're experiencing a very, very rare heat wave and we are loving it. If you're not loving it, answers on a postcard. DJ Val, good morning. How have you been?
I'm loving it.
You're loving the heat? You're good, huh?
I'm very, very
your
good.
Vitamin D in? What other vitamins do we get from the sunshine like this?
Well, I think just vitamin D and then this the ultraviolet light converts to vitamin D when it hits the human body. But I'm having a fantastic time.
You're loving it. Yes, we know the sun is good for us, but however, remember, there are those that the sun is not good for. Remember to take your protection and
like
all
bats.
of that.
Bats don't like the sun.
Bats don't like the sun, that is true. But there are humans who don't like the sun, who burn easily, etc., etc. So please do take protection if you need to. Your sunscreen, hats, brollies, as the case may be,
etc.
Do keep safe and hydrate, as we say. Hydrate. If you commute on the undergrounds, I'm sure you hear all the notices and reminders. Take your bottles and stay hydrated.
It's really hot. We've had to open a window, which is really unheard of. So I think the whole of our neighbours are enjoying what's on their mind live. Maybe that's what we should do. Invite them around, set up in the garden and say, come and be like in front of a live studio
it's
audience.
Shabbat, so many of them are doing Shabbat-like stuff.
Not in the evening when we'd be ready to record. Oh, yeah, it's true. Actually,
So anywho, the greeting for today hails all the way. I'm revisiting Bali because I've got them in my international news.
Bali?
Yes.
Again?
What's Bali? Now you say again. What is it? Do you remember what their greeting is?
Nah.
Exactly. So why did you say again? Again means I'm exhausted with it. I'm tired with it.
No, again means that we've done Bali. So
yeah, because we're trying to remember them. Remember? We're trying to have them as part of our repertoire.
Right. It must be a hard one. That's what. Oh, Sunny Bonani.
No, Rahenjeng Semeng.
Yeah, I'm not going to remember.
Not a hard one.
I'm not going to remember that.
She was practicing it. Alison was practicing it. Rahenjeng Semeng.
I'm not.
That's good morning in Bali. Right, let's go right to your segment of the show. Your spotlight.
Dun, dun, dun.
This is from last week's show. I hope you saw my responses. I hope you all received my responses. I do my best. I never always get the chance to get it in on the same day, but I try. Boomy, let's start kicking us off. Applause, soundtrack, drum roll, something.
Okay, keep talking now. It's coming in.
That's it. Thank you so much. Bumi says, great reminder to stay focused on our goals. Is Bumi the beginning?
Yep.
Sure.
Yep.
Okay. She says, Kunle Roberts says he see I read. Kunle Roberts and Atinuke Roberts say DJ Val and Olive always bring clarity and good energy. My reply to you was a big heart. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Clarity. We love things being clear here. We don't like gray areas, because wherever there are gray areas, people just get stuck. So we don't want gray areas. Thank you for noticing that. Thanks. Moving on. Bumi says, great reminder to stay focused on the goals for the rest of the year. Yes, I hope that's been helpful. We're well into the second quarter, so no need. Let's just keep plowing through. Maggie, love the breakdown on growth versus fixed mindset. Today we're going to go into the other types of mindset. The reason I spent time on fixed and growth are they're the most popular and the most generally studied, but we're going to go through the other types of mindsets, and perhaps we can locate ourselves in those as well. And then Beckett says, the episode really made me reflect on how I see challenges. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's the whole idea. We want you to go away, reflect, and work on your mind. Moving on. Thank you so much, Beckett. Thank you so much, Maggie. Thank you so much, Bumi. Thank you so much, Mr. and Mrs. Roberts. Moving on to Darren, Mr. Forbestar. Good to have you in the house. The budget segment was informative and easy to follow. You know, because sometimes I don't have a clue when you read the whole thing. It's just so I'm glad that at least, even if you didn't read the whole report, when I do the summary, at least you're able to pick out something from it. And I hope that whatever part relates to you, that it was useful. Thank you all so much. Let's go. Drum clap. Thanks, something. Thank you so much. Take your applause. Thank you. Now, very quickly, moving on to national news. I've got a mixed bag in the news here. There is some national, there's some international as well. Mm-hmm. Do you remember this televangelist Gilbert Dare? Do you remember him?
Yeah, it's a long time ago.
You remember him? He's just recently passed away, and he was involved in a car crash. And it's reported that it's he and his new wife. Now, many of you may not remember the scandal, but years, I think it was in the 2000s, this guy had a big ministry somewhere. It was in South London, and that, is it Ilderton Road?
It was the
baby scandal.
Black Prince Road. They had a cinema.
Was
took over, yeah, he was one of the first ones that took over a cinema.
It was a thriving ministry for all intents and purposes then, and he was on TV as well. And a Kenyan born, and they had emigrated or migrated here, and they began this whole baby thing. And so everybody who wanted a baby would go to the church, and it was like fruit of the womb line, that kind of a thing. But then the scandal was revealed that they were child trafficking from Kenya. So they were somewhat exploiting young mothers. They were exploiting poor people and taking their babies, etc., etc. Now, that came to light in the course of investigating that. They began to investigate the ministry, and then a lot of improprieties. Charities Commission came in, it took over the administration, but to cut a long story short, it was not a pleasant demise. He ended up divorcing his wife. She was involved in another baby scandal, which of course he had set up, but I think he was having an affair and he wanted to use that reason to kind of but anyhow, these are all, I wasn't part of the ministry. I don't know. It was just headlines that was just flying about at that time. Now, this gentleman, now recently has been reported dead this week in a car crash
here in England.
Here in England.
Oh dear,
With
man. So rest in peace.
You know, so now I don't know many people the few people I knew who were in his ministry, they left eventually, because of course the scandal was just much, and for those who just wanted to be in a sober church, he lost members. If you know anybody who's been involved by this scandal previously, now his death will open up old wounds again. This is what I find. We just pray that the Lord will comfort all of you, comfort his family as well, you know, through all of again, because with his death, the old stories will resurface again, and you just find a rehashing of the history. A lot of people, a few people have died this week gone, and it's just been and the weeks before, but anyhow, we still continue to give thanks to God for where the remaining or the living members of the family are, and as that he protects and keeps them. International news, a bit of a mixed bag, like I said. The war in the Middle East moves over to Iran. I can't make sense of it, so I'm not going to try and make sense of it here. We're just reporting it. Continue to pray for people. Just continue to pray for peace. The Bible urges us to pray for the peace of Israel. Let's pray for the peace for the world, over the world, and that part of the world, you know. Moving on from that, flight Bali, where we get our greeting from today, their volcano, they have sleeping volcanoes, and one of their volcano has erupted. And of course, due to all the aviation mishaps we've had, we've had across the world, all flights have safely been grounded. So
across the whole world,
we've had a lot of plane crashes across the world. So they took a safety measure, even though some domestic flights could take off, but they took an executive decision to ground all flights from around that region. So no flights
down there
around Bali.
Yeah, because you get the volcanic ash.
Yeah, none of them
that can get in the engines and cause problems. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And if you followed the story with Air India last week, or is it 2 weeks ago, the only living survivor of that air crash buried his brother, because his brother was on that flight as well. So his brother's remains were found, and he had a burial for his brother. He's having what I think is survivor's guilt. I listened to some interviews that he did, and I just pray that the Lord keep him and just preserve his mind as well, because he's going through quite a lot at this time. And that's me done for international news. If we just do a recap quickly on what we started last week. So should we take a break and come back into it? Or am I good?
We can take a break.
All right.
Break.
Don't go anywhere. If you've just joined us, you're welcome. Don't go anywhere. Stay right there. When I come back, we'll pick up from mindset and see if we can wrap it up this week.
And I just want to, for your listening audience, I just want them to take the song and apply it not just to world situations or world conflict or world wars or world situations, but so many people are having conflicts and disruptions in their homes, in their families, and even in themselves, And so I would love for people to use the message of give peace a chance, to give it a chance in your own life, in your own family, in your own homes, and so that your life will be more simple and more, and your families can live in more harmony, and that you will live a longer life when you have peace and walking in peace, walking in the peace of Jesus Christ. So I'm really hoping and praying that people use the song to apply it to their own lives and their own personal situations.
You need peace in your house. When you have
peace
in your home, oh my God.
Give peace a chance in the house.
Yeah, give peace a chance to reign in the house.
There's never a doubt. Morning vibes that feel so fine. Tune in now, it's breakfast time.
And we are back. So you do have an exciting interview, as it quite rightly said. It's already live on YouTube, which is Eldrick Rogers. He's live on our YouTube channel over there at Soul Food Gospel. So
that's airing. Oh, it's already aired on Thursday, didn't it?
Yeah, that one's gone live on Thursday. We were struggling of time, to be honest, with the amount of interviews that come up, which is a good problem to have, right?
Third world problem.
First world problem.
First world problem.
What's the second world problem?
Who's the second world to start with? I don't know.
You got first world problem,
second
third world problem, but you never hear of the second world problem.
Do you know what a second world problem is? Tell us. Tell us. Or do you know what a first world problem is? Also tell us.
First world problem is my Twitter's not twittering. That's first world problem.
Yeah.
My Instagram won't upload. First world problem.
Do you have a trivia for us today?
I do. I've remembered what it is. It's a joke.
Please do remember. Okay. All right. Moving on really quick. Do you want to give us a trivia now?
No. I've got it. There's 3 things I need to remember, and I'm good to go.
Are you sure I don't want to say it now before you forget?
No, I'm not going to forget.
Because you don't write. I'm the one who writes. And if you don't write, I'm not sure where you're going to hold that information in your head. But you forgot. But you forget.
Last week, it wasn't that I forgot.
Okay.
There was one thing I couldn't remember.
Okay.
And now I remember what it was.
Okay. All right. So we talked about mindset existing in a continuum. Do you remember that lovely word you liked?
I like that because there was a show called Stargate Continuum, which was amazing.
And what we said was that it changes in character gradually in slight stages, so you may exist from one end to the other. It's a continuum. And we also said that mindsets are also changeable. You can be on one low end of the spectrum, and then you progress and you push towards another end of it. Mm-hmm. We talked about growth and fixed mindset, we said. So today we're going
a grower, not a fighter.
So today we're going to look at positive and negative.
Wasn't funny, huh? I thought you see, it was that song that was in my head, you know, the girl is mine, mine, mine. And then when you said Chris.
And moving on, positive and negative, entrepreneurial or worker bee, abundance or scarcity / poverty, challenge or threat, mindful or mindless. So we contrasted them amongst themselves, but today let's pick up from positive and negative.
Okay.
What's a positive mindset, DJ Val?
A positive mindset is a can-do mindset. It's the one that always says the glass is half full and not half empty. It's the one that will always believe for a positive outcome. I'm using the word positive to describe a positive. It's a mindset that will believe that the outcome, regardless how dire the situation would be beneficial and favorable. So even when the chips are down, that person is an eternal optimist.
Oh, very nice. Very good. Very good.
It sounded like I read it from somewhere, didn't it? Are you not impressed?
Pom, pom, pom. Your own horn.
I gotta give myself
applause for yourself. All right, take it. So the positive focuses on opportunities, like you said, on solution and growth. It motivates, it's resilient, and overall embraces happiness.
Resilient, I like that word.
A positive mindset looks to endless, again, yes, you can use the word possibilities, endless positive possibilities. It looks to endless dreams, big ambitions. They focus on the good, and they believe that if they focus on the good, they will attract the good as well. The positive mindset believes that do unto others as you would like done unto you. The positive mindset believes that I'm mindful of karma, I'm mindful of what I get wrong coming back to me. So they're very aware. The positive mindset is very aware of the cause and effect of their actions, and the very effect of the ripple. They know, because of that, they see the ripple effect of their actions, be it in actions or in their ambition or in their hope. They see ripple effect. Now, remember, what we're saying here is how our mindset shapes our reality. So you can have multiple mindsets at the same time, so they're interchangeable. That's why we say it can be a continuum, where sometimes, depending on the crisis or the situation you find yourself in, you can flicker from left to right, and that's why I'm pitching them against themselves, so that you can see the one end of one and the other. The other end of the positive mindset is a negative mindset, which is the opposite. Tends to dwell on problems, dwells on limitations and not possibilities, dwells on setbacks, which can hinder progress and create stress. The person with a negative mindset is most likely to constantly work themselves into depression, into a panic mode, or into anxiety. Whilst it is natural to face setbacks, dwelling on them is then where it becomes a negative mindset.
Yeah.
Whilst it is natural to expect changing seasons, which may be unpleasant. Right now, we're in the summer season of this part of the world. It may be unpleasant for some people. It may be completely fantastic for others. Now, the winter season may come and may be completely unpleasant for some, but pleasant for some. It's in how we dwell on what we perceive. That's why it's a mindset. If I perceive, so there are those who would go through the allergy flare-ups. In this season, hay fever, if you're suffering from hay fever, we pray the Lord give you relief. We pray that your medications will work. Because some people get it really bad. So whilst we're loving the sunshine, they're suffering. So there's nothing nice about the sun for them. And so when you want to make small talk, isn't it just lovely weather we're having? They're looking at you like, seriously? I can't sneeze, I can't taste, I can't. Do you understand? So again,
sorry, I didn't mean
that's their reality.
I was going to say, you know, I went to the GP. I've got to tell you this story. This is a true faith story. This is going to impress you.
Okay.
I went to the GP. No. I wasn't feeling well, so I thought I had a cold. Went to the GP. GP said, "You've got hay fever." I said, "I can't have hay fever. I grew up in Nigeria. It's impossible for me to have hay fever."
No, we become sensitized as we get older.
He said, "You got hay fever." He says, "Well, so this is what you're going to need to do. You're going to have to go to the shop, right? And you're going to have to buy those tablets, right? I've forgotten what they call that, Puritan or something."
Yeah.
And I bought them the first day.
Antihistamines.
I bought them the first day. I realized how much money they would cost me for me to enjoy my summer. I am telling you, I went back to God. This is honest. I said, you know what? This hay fever thing,
it's not for me.
This is not for me. This is not how I'm rolling. This is not how I'm riding this year. Lord, you need to deal with it. And that was it.
The Lord does answer our prayers, and we pray that will be your testimony as well. If you're inspired by DJ Val's testimony, give it a go. Talk to the Lord about it, and let us know how you get on. He does listen.
He does.
Yeah. So that's a reality for somebody, and so that reality, that mindset, is derived from that reality. So when they make a negative comment about the summer, that comment is from a reality. Now that they choose to enjoy their summer despite the discomfort, that's then where the power of the mindset overrides their reality. Okay? So, and once that happens, you then find maybe even the pessimism or the nonchalance to enjoy, you find it switch. So they may get all their eye sprays, get their broadly, protect themselves, and out they go, enjoying what would have seemed an unpleasant situation for them. So that's positive and negative. Let's move on really quickly to the next one. Entrepreneurial or worker bee. I know some people who their brains, that's all they think. You wake them up in the morning, noon, night, anytime. Everything they think is business. Their business acumen is something else. Those are people like that. And then there are those who are not. They're just happy to work hard for somebody else. There's nothing wrong in that. So the entrepreneurial mindset embraces risk, embraces innovation, and they love independence. They don't want to work for anybody, they want to work for themselves. They foster it. This mindset fosters creativity and the potential for growth and new opportunities. When you have this sort of person on your team, they're the ones who will, if we're told, if for any reason we're told that, oh, we can't do, there's the parameters set around something that they think can be achieved. Oh, well, why? We can do that. We can try this way. We can try. They're the ones who are very creative. So you can still find the entrepreneurial people employed. They all are not self-employed, but most of them, you will find most of them are self-employed people. Most of them end up working for themselves. But when
they have a side hustle,
or exactly, if they have a day job, they have a side hustle. They're the ones who have multiple streams of income because they can't sit still. I can do that. Oh, I can do that. Oh, I can do that. Carnival comes, I can sell whistle. Oh, this comes, I can do that. Oh, that comes. Football season comes. Oh, I can sell flags. They're very, very innovative with what they do. They take risks, they believe in, and also what they do, they tie many of them to making a difference. You'll find a lot of them being philanthropists. You will, because they want to make an impact. That also motivates that mindset. Let's talk about the worker bee people. Now, you can possess both, you can. So check yourself out. We focus on diligent execution within established systems. We value stability and teamwork. And we become the backbone of any team. People, I say we because I'm a worker bee, but there's also an entrepreneurial mind in me. That's why I know you can possess both. I love stability. I'm a creature of habit. I want to know this is what I'm doing.
I think I am to a certain degree as well.
If you throw me off, so I hate surprises. I do not like they just discombobulate me completely. But part of me
of a
being
certain flower surprise that somebody couldn't even it was just like she was like, oh. He, ooh, he, ooh, why, oh, why?
You discombobulate me, honestly.
And that's all I do. I keep on surprising her because she never knows what I have planned.
Anyhow, the Lord is delivering me.
Bit by bit.
Yeah. But anyhow, in the workspace, they're the ones who every small effort counts and contributes to a greater purpose. They're diligent, they're detail oriented, they're very meticulous, they're organizational, and so they're able to, however bigger. So people with a worker bee attitude most likely will have a positive mindset.
Okay.
So again, here we see some of these mindsets also overlapping, where people possess more than one because one serves the other well. A worker bee attitude, most likely, like I said, and because they're dedicated, they want to inspire others, they want to carry others along. So you find they motivate themselves and can motivate others.
Okay, I have a thought.
Yeah.
Yep. So my thought is, how can you inspire a worker bee when they're down?
Wow, that's a very, very good question. Yes, because they're the ones who, because they're looking out for everybody else, who looks out for them. You're right. So for worker bees and positive minded people, they need assurance and affirmation goes a long way for them. They're the ones who they may never want a compliment, but when they do get a compliment, they register it. And you must make sure you give them assurances, you compliment them, you express gratitude to those people. They're not asking for it because they're the ones who, if they're team leaders, they will do all of that for their team members. But remember that they're the ones who also need to be looked out for, if that makes sense. Yeah, that's a very good question, Jiva. Thank you.
Look, I'm full of clever questions. That's just one thing about me. Just
so whether you're leading or supporting either of these people, you have to embrace their uniqueness, and both of them can hold systems and structures together, but they just do it from a different angle. The entrepreneur might want to go rogue every now and then, and they do well if you pair them together. They really do well if you pair them together, because the entrepreneur person can say in a construction firm can be in charge of the big project managing, the blueprint of it, the draft of it. And then the worker bee would then manage the details of the project, if that makes sense.
The attention to detail.
Yes. Yeah. So it's important to know how to identify these different mindsets. I once worked with an organization. Part of your onboarding in that organization is they did what they called a personality profile.
They do that a lot now.
You do that now, right?
Yeah,
a lot. And part of that personality profile is so that they know how to support your line management. Are you this inclined? Are you that inclined? And that helps them bring out the best in you, and it informs your line manager how to relate to you and how to guide you and lead you better. Right. Moving from entrepreneurial and worker bee to abundance and scarcity. The abundant mindset believes that there are enough resources and opportunities for everyone, promoting they're usually very generous. They're usually very confident. This mindset fuels collaboration. Come, let's do it together. They're not threatened. Every little money they have, they want to share with everybody. There's a limitless potential. They're not threatened by your success because they believe, they're gifted, they're talented, they're blessed. Whatever they get, they're getting more. The more, the merrier is their attitude. So when you see abundance, they open themselves open. When they see abundance, or when they roll in their abundance, they open themselves up for more opportunities and more growth. The more they sow into your life, they believe they're going to get back in return. The more they sow into your success, if you're successful, that means they've been successful. That's the abundant mindset. They're not threatened by anyone's success. Now, scarcity, on the other end, is threatened by other people's success because they're limited in their thought pattern. So they see everything is limited. I don't have enough for myself. Why should I share with you? I don't have enough for... So there's always competition. There is fear. There's insecurity. There's even almost a mediocre mentality because they can't quite allow themselves to just soar because, you don't want to, why should I show them what I can do? Let them just, so they tend never to give 100% to anything because everything needs to be reserved. Okay. You hear statements like, say for instance, if they're working in Tesco and you're saying, but why aren't you giving your 100%? They go, is it my father's company? That attitude comes from a scarcity, a poverty mentality where everything is withheld. it's limited. They never want to share anything. I don't have enough food for myself. Why should I share with others? Have I fed myself? Have I clothed myself? Why should I give to charity? Why should I do that? It's all about them. So you find people with this sort of mindset may not necessarily be poor financially. That's why it's a mindset. So when you see this mindset in people who are not financially poor, they're the ones who we say, oh, they're stingy. We say that about them, but it's just a mindset, you know. And whereas a mindset of abundance encourages sharing and collaboration, the mindset of scarcity and poverty fosters fear and defensiveness. Right.
Interesting.
I am going to stop here for today.
I have a saying,
Tell
especially
me.
about the positive mind and doing things. You know, from one of my favorite TV shows, which is Fringe, in case you didn't know. Go and watch it. All 5 seasons. Fantastic show, sci-fi show. But there was a set of people in there that they had the ability to what they call run futures.
Okay.
And what that was is they could look at all possible alternatives of whatever it was, and then they would always come up with some kind of situation because they knew they could preempt everything. And sometimes I think when I'm doing things, I just have that feeling like I've got the ability to run futures, where I'm kind of like ahead of the curve, you know. So
Okay.
you may feel that way as well.
No, that is because you don't see limits, and that's why you're able to project. You're able to think ahead because there is no limit in your mind, you know. And until you delve into it, you don't want to know the limits. So when you then delve into it and see, oh, okay, we've hit a roadblock here, again, you work around it. It doesn't stop you. It doesn't stop people with that sort of mindset. But unlike with the person with a negative mindset, the first roadblock, I told you, we're not going to make it. I told you, I know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? And they always want to be right about the fact that it can't happen.
It can't work.
Yes, they want to be right. I told you so. This project will not work. They want to be right. You know, so I'd rather you tell me that. I'd rather you tell me that I thought you would make it, but you made it beyond my expectations. That's what I'd like to hear. So let's wrap this up
Shoutouts.
here. We're going to next week. I thought I would close this up, but it's such an interesting subject, and you can see I just get going and excited. So next week we will finish off with challenge or threat, mindful and mindless.
Let us know if you've got any questions or anything that you want us to maybe address, and just either put it in the big comments at the end.
Yes,
or
please
if
go
you-
on, and then I'll pick it up.
I would actually prefer if you put it in the comments at the end, because on the chat will disappear at some point.
Yeah,
so,
put it on the post show comments.
Yeah, and then we
Okay.
will. And I think maybe what we'll do is we might even do a bit of a social media thing. You know, have you got any comments that you'd like to add? And try to garner a few.
Okay.
more support.
Yes.
But all right.
So let's do that. And thank you so much for your comments already. Thank you, muchas gracias. And we will just do shout out in conclusion.
I've got one shout out.
No, let's have your trivia first, or your joke.
Are you sure?
Yes, positive.
All right. So there's these 2 men that are going for an interview. I'm going to try and do the accents.
Can you do the accent?
I can try.
Okay.
So there was an Irishman and let's say there was an Indian. Okay. So they both in the interview, and the person doing the interview, in all fairness, I saw this online, so I thought it was a brilliant joke as well. And the interviewer says, right, you need to come up with a sentence using these 3 words. So the first word was green. The second word was pink. And the last word was yellow.
Green, pink, yellow. Okay.
Yeah. So the Irishman says, well, I'm not too sure I can come up with it's my Irish accent, so please work with me. I'm not too sure if I can come up with those 3 words.
Sounds more Scottish than Irish. We'll
Just
keep
work
going.
with me. So I'll give it a go. So I was the first word is green. So I was out and I saw a green field. And in the green field, there was a pink pig. There you go, pink pig, pig pig. And, it was a beautiful day out there. And I looked up and I saw the yellow sun. So the interviewer goes, wow, that was really good. You did a really, really good job. And he goes over to the Indian person, and I'll try my best to do the Indian accent because I think it works better with an Indian accent. He goes, have a go. He goes, oh, I don't think I can manage to do something along those kind of lines. I'm really worried I would not be able to do. So the person said, come on, at least try. He goes, okay, I will give it a try. So he goes, my phone, my phone started to ring. Ring, 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 ring. So I pinked it. I pinked it up. And then I said, yellow.
Very, 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 very good. And then who's the last person? Oh, it was an Irishman and an Indian.
That was it. It was only the two of them. I must say, go over to Mo Gilligan on Facebook. The guy came up and he did that. He was brilliant. He was an Indian guy. It was so funny that I think even Mo looked a little bit jealous. Like, this guy really got up here and he stole my thunder, because it was brilliant. Really, really well done. But yeah, so that was my joke.
Nice. Thank you.
Shout out, so that we don't melt here.
June birthdays. Right?
One, Lady J.
Clinton's happy
Lady
birthday.
Janet's, was her birthday.
That's our parish pastor's wife.
Yes.
So happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Lady J.
Happy birthday. Hi.
Oh, and Elder Tamara as well. Sorry, I saw that in the chat
Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you all. Well, I will see you later. When I can. Also, the lady who we give a shout out to, the one in Nkechi who had the knee surgery, it was her birthday as well during the week.
Okay, a shout out to Nkechi and Tony.
Yes. And they're one of our Tony is one of your new fans now.
He loves the Soul Food Gospel. I must encourage you guys, go over there and go and check out Soul Food Gospel, please.
Yes.
www.soulfoodgospel.com. All right.
Any more birthdays? Yes.
No more birthdays.
I have birthdays. My two brothers, John and Emmanuel, 23rd and 24th, and
next week.
and Adana. Now I can't remember, is it the daughter or the son? But one of his kids all share the same birthday with him, the same month. Well, I'll get more details as the week goes along. But happy birthday, boys. May the good Lord continue to keep you, bless you, and preserve you. Again, if you have any birthdays, anniversaries, etc., please do let us know. Now, we want to give a special shout out for a lovely lady. I think was it last weekend or 2 weekends ago?
2 weekends ago.
2 weekends ago. She turned 70. Gorgeous lady. I mean, we've known her for a while. We used to be a part of the same church, and we reconnected. And we said, "Oh wow, we have to come." So we went. We were part of the party. Really, 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 really nice. But as we do, we don't go empty-handed. We go, we support, we help in whichever way we can. Now, some people, after their party, they send birthday greetings, thanking you, saying, how grateful they are. Can I have the case? Actually, I want to just unbox it. Can you? Or it's too far. You've thrown it out. Okay, never mind. Some people send postcards, some people send messages, some people send video messages, as the case may be. People just, thank you messages. Now, I'm going to show you what this lady's thank you message is. I said to myself, she's taking thank you to a whole new level. So, here is the case. It came in Royal Mail. You think it's jewelry, right? Looks really, really nice. Now, I will unbox in front of you. It's an award, a plaque.
I don't think they can see it.
Hopefully you can see it. Now I brought it out. And it reads, Val and Olive Fadirmi, thank you for being such a blessing. Lots of love. Well, her name is Yomi Essie. We call her Auntie Yomi. This is her thank you. A plaque. I mean, this just blew me away completely. Forget thank you cards. Do a thank you plaque. Auntie, this just blew me away. Thank you so much. If you're listening, if you're not listening, I'll be sending this clip to you to watch.
She listens now.
Thank you so much. I don't know what to say. This is so much class, style, elegance. I'm like, whoa, I need to up my thank you game now after this.
You are a star.
You are a star yourself. You are. Thank you. Just thank you. That's all it was. A plaque. Oh my Gideon. So guys, take notes, tips. Don't just say thank you. Say it a special way. Thank you.
Got a couple more. You got any more shout outs?
That's it. I'm done.
Okay, so just a quick important announcement. Did release this earlier in the week on Facebook, just to say that our run at the Stellas is over. So we didn't get through to the finalist stage, but we do want to thank everybody that went out and voted in both rounds. You all did amazing, and we are really, really grateful to be even nominated and get as far as we did. It was fabulous. Yeah. We continue. It doesn't mean that we stop. We continue. That optimistic and positive mindset is still there. And I'll be honest, a lot of people came back and said, you know what? You guys are going to bag it one of these days, so just keep going. And I said, well, it's just a beautiful side effect of the hard work that we do over here at Soulful Gospel Radio. So we're very, very excited like that. And then in the same breath, I think the week later on, we then found out that this vote came back, right, in particular for the Praise Factor Awards. So that goes out to the Teamer board, and myself and yourself, we're through to the final round. So that is just amazing. The Praise Factor Awards is another big award ceremony, or another big awards, and we are through to the final section.
Where does that take place again?
It takes place in Atlanta.
Atlanta.
I will be going to represent us. So I'm believing God. I'm going to ask him if I can present an award as well. Okay. I want to make
Go for it.
But I want to thank the whole of the awarding body. It's the Teamer board. Thank you so much indeed to the directors of the Praise Factor Awards, Apostle Teresa Jordan, Milton Wallace, and the other guys as well. Thank you so much indeed. We will be in the finals, which is still open to vote as well. So there's still another round where they're going to do their final deciding on who actually carries the crown. So
is that the listeners that will do the voting, or the panel?
No, it's the panel again. So the board will vote again. So they've shortlisted, and now they're going to shortlist to the final
wow.
to see who's
shortlist.
Yeah, that's how it's done. They have a lot of people, I think, because it's quite a big award. But thank you everybody who continually to support us as a radio station, as the podcast, and all the other things that we do on social media. My love, I am finished.
I'm done. Thank you so much. May the good Lord keep you.
And bless you.
May he bless you. May he preserve and protect all that concerns you. Is there anyone amongst us who's unwell on account of hay fever, on account of even old age? Lord, strengthen us all in Jesus' name. Give us peace, understanding. Do not render evil for evil, but instead be the change and good that you want to see. Positive mindset all the way. God bless you.
God bless you. Take care. See y'all next week.
What's on your mind? Let's talk it out. With Olive and Val, there's never a doubt. Morning vibes that feel so fine. Tune in now, it's breakfast time.
Eldrick Rogers is a Memphis-based gospel singer, songwriter, arranger, and producer whose music bridges the gap between traditional gospel and contemporary urban sounds. With over 15 years of experience in ministry and music, Eldrick is known for his heartfelt lyrics, rich vocal tone, and faith-filled messages that uplift and inspire. A classically trained musician, Eldrick studied music composition at Virginia Union University